everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Capricorn. How are you guys, Capricorn? Hope all is well. See what the energies are for single Capricorn in their love life. Single Capricorn in their love life. What do they need to know? Who's interested in you? Heading your way. Capricorn. Interested in Capricorn. Oops. Ooh, the tower is coming down. Okay. Oh, cycle ending, a new cycle beginning. Wow. Now this is, I feel, this tower moment where things go in your favor. Some kind of surprise or shock. Okay. It's a cycle. There's a whole new cycle here. Oops. Yeah. So we have someone who's definitely heading in your direction. They are a little apprehensive. They're not so sure, you know. This is definitely someone who is kind of fantasizing. They're looking at all the possibilities. This is someone who takes their time, maybe kind of procrastinates. You know, someone who's looking at all these cups. It could be someone ending all their options. So it looks like someone's about to make a sudden decision here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you've moved on from someone. Interesting enough. All right. There we go. Yeah. So it's an energy of someone putting something behind, you see, some kind of an epiphany. It's an energy of someone who has probably felt like giving up here, but it's about putting something behind, moving towards something more successful. So beautiful. Yeah. You've got a person who's likely letting go of all their options. There definitely been someone who's taken their time. They look at the details. This is definitely a person focused on their finances as well. A person who feels they deserve to be financially stable. And there's some Cancer energy. The Chariot. Oh, we have an Emperor again. Lots of Emperors this last while. So I feel what you've got here is someone who basically knows exactly what they want. So, but it has to do with somebody here who may have lost control of a situation. But it's also a person who's very determined to have success. Okay. So it looks like someone's moving away from a situation, that it doesn't look like it's going where they want. It's a person who's very logical. So this is likely a person choosing their battles. So they're very determined here. Now someone's letting go of all their options here. You know, they're putting it all behind. They're determined to have success. Now, this can be a person who also needs to let go of control, you see. Yeah, making a decision, being decisive whether something's worth fighting for. This person is a person who likes to kind of think. So it looks like there's something that's not really worth fighting for, okay, and something there is. So it's a person who's pretty sure of themselves, okay. Yeah, they're pretty sure of themselves. But like I say, you know, it's an Emperor, someone very logical. They definitely aren't afraid of taking control. So I feel this is also a person who's rushed into things before. You see, it didn't go well. So this is why the apprehension. And they are fantasizing. They're looking at all the possibilities. Tell me about this Tower. Yeah, so we have... Oof. Aries, Leo, Sag, or Scorpio energy. So somebody's ended things suddenly, or they've ended somebody with this Queen of Wands, the Tower, the Epiphany, cycle ending. This is somebody who's definitely moving on here. Yeah, so looks like that's one of their options. Yeah, been there, done that. It was sudden. I can see sudden. This is also this person making this sudden decision. I feel they procrastinated. They've taken their time. I feel they're ending their options. Okay. Now you could even be that Queen of Wands where you are putting your foot down. This could be the way someone communicates. But honestly, like I say, been there, done that. This is someone who I feel is taking control. They're moving away from that energy. Tell me about the Six of Pentacle, or pardon me, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is someone definitely focused on their finances. Someone who's ready. You got a person who's ready for a relationship. They're ending all their options. They're moving away very quickly from someone. I do see multiple opportunities, something happening. It's very spontaneous. That's what I feel. Okay, and like I say, this could be someone who has multiple opportunities, but this is a person who's ending a situation. So there it is. It's a new crush. This is someone who often just kind of keeps things simple at first, but it has to do with someone who's, like I say, it could be someone who has children. Maybe they're not interested in that situation, but they're definitely looking at all the possibilities. They're fantasizing, you know, it's just an energy of a person choosing, making choices here. You know, they're definitely financially stable. There's somebody who likes to kind of prepare ahead and plan ahead. You see, somebody may be moving too fast, too fiery, too passionate, too much of a hurry. This is not somebody who's in a hurry. Okay, they like to kind of take their time and keep things kind of simple. So I do see this person kind of reminiscing a little bit here. I see kind of reminiscing. You know, they're looking at why something wasn't successful. You see, maybe they were being controlling, or there was a power struggle here. Sometimes this is a push-pull between two people. Yeah, we have the Queen of Swords. So this is somebody's options, I feel. Someone may, like I say, the Queen of Swords is someone who's very wise, very discerning. So it has to do with giving up. Okay, cutting someone out, moving towards something else here. But I feel this person's moving away from a couple of people here. Crushing on someone new. They're reminiscing, though. Like I say, they're looking back. They want to move towards something better. Yeah, we have the Empress. There it is. All right, Capricorn. I see Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is fascinating. Tell me about this Emperor. Someone at a crossroads, see, making a choice. This is someone on their own path making a choice. It has to do with taking something to the next level. This is someone leaving behind a couple of people. Now, this Queen of Swords could definitely come with the Empress energy, being discerning. See? Now, this could be also connected to the Queen of Wands, because the Empress is here. You're going to get the energy of all the queens. But like I say, it could be someone ending something with this person. Somebody who's moving very fast, very spontaneous, fiery. So it looks like there's been some kind of communication. Someone here wants to know the truth, speaking the truth, cutting someone out. Okay, so let's have a look. First, we're going to go over this Queen of Wands just to see if it's all coming with the Empress, which it kind of looks like. But I also see this person with a lot of options. So Queen of Cups, or pardon me, Queen of Wands. Keep doing it. Yeah, see, look at that. See, looking at all the possibilities here, making a choice. Somebody has other options. Maybe you're cutting someone out because they have other options, or we know the Empress is no one's option. This is someone who's like, yeah, see you later. I'm putting this behind. I'm moving on to something else. It looks like you have an Emperor. So this is like an energy of two people here. So, yeah, interesting. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. Yeah, see, it's an energy of waiting. See, the Empress only waits around so long. See, then it's time to move on. So there's some kind of choice being made about this life path. But I feel this Emperor is someone who definitely knows what they want. They go for it. Okay, this is someone who'll go for it. But you can see this energy of a person who's choosing their battles. They're making some kind of choice. Been there, done that. This is someone who's rushed into things before, and they're not about to do it again. Okay. So this definitely could be all Empress energy. But for some of you, it's definitely someone who's no longer waiting. They're seeking other options because someone's treating them like an option. Okay. Or this is because the Emperor is also that similar energy. Nobody's option either, right? So you can see what's happening here. I feel like what we have is a couple people at a crossroads here. And I feel we have this Emperor and the Empress. We see this energy of waiting. See, somebody waiting, looking elsewhere. The Empress has a lot of abundance. So the Empress waits for somebody to come in. Okay. So I feel there's this wisdom, this being discerning and questioning, being very wise. See? Yeah. Making a wise choice about the path. But the Emperor is also sharing that energy. This is someone who wants to build. See, this is someone who definitely works a lot. I definitely feel but they want to build, and it takes two. See, it takes two people to build. So, yeah, this is one of those readings that's going to have to be a little complicated. There's the cycle. Yeah, there it is. There's the cycle. Ending a cycle, things going in someone's favor. This is someone who's, determined that things go in their favor. They're not giving up. you see, but they're putting something else behind. It's almost like we got two people ending their options. Two people, similar energy, been there, done that, leaving behind, no longer waiting. So it's almost like the two people are going to meet suddenly, or you already have. So let's have another look at the Seven of Cups. Yeah, see, someone releasing all their options. We have a person letting go of all their options. This is someone who knows their worth and value, definitely connected to the Empress. Someone who knows what they want, not afraid to go for it. Interesting, Capricorn. You could be this King of Pentacles. We'll see. Eight of Wands. Yeah, somebody moving away to avoid a disaster, taking the lessons learned, leaving behind. So it's almost like this person's leaving their options behind, the other person's leaving their options behind, but we still have an Empress sitting down here and an Emperor that both know their worth and value. Okay, now this is also a card of having faith. Yeah, someone's hopes and dreams. Yeah, moving on, been there, done that, letting go of the options. Yeah, no longer giving to someone, they're not reciprocating, or just some distant communication. Right? Someone just distancing themselves from someone, no longer communicating. It's petering off, or it's non-existent. So, yeah. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Yeah, so it could be a reconciliation, but it looks also like a judgment, a decision, a big one, the Tower. Okay, now this could be a reconciliation for some of you, where someone's having that realization why someone's no longer talking or reaching out. You see, because they know their worth and value. It's somebody who's not an option. See, someone who's only going to wait so long and then see ya. There we have, we have some Sag energy, and then we have some Cancer energy. It's connected, definitely connected to the Emperor. So this is someone taking control. They're taking off in the other direction. This could be someone who's pulled in a couple directions at some point, but I feel it has to do with two people who both need to let go of control, both people letting go of their options. There could be children involved here too, but it's more than likely the energy of someone just sort of reminiscing here. This is someone who's determined to have success. See? Determined to be financially stable, determined to have success and not giving up. So there's definitely a reminiscing about lessons learned from past relationships. Someone doesn't reciprocate, just move on. There we have the change. So there's an energy of someone possibly coming back around. But for a lot of you, it's just an energy of someone, there's a lot of growth, a lot of abundance. It's an energy of sudden change of heart, sudden change of decision. I'm out of here. You see? Taking control. There it is. It's connected to the Emperor. Emperor's going off on a new path. Someone's not compatible. Okay, there's a lack of cooperation, compromise, or just compatibility. But this is an Emperor who is looking for someone who they have things in common. So you have nothing in common with this energy by itself, you see, or this energy by itself. But it's the full package. See, the Empress is the full package. The Emperor is also that full package. Oh yeah, two people who've learned the lessons from the past, two people who've manifested life, learned all their lessons. So I feel like what you have is an energy of sudden change. Definitely there's a lot of abundance starting to flow financially. So someone who feels ready for change. Yeah, they're moving away from the past, you see. Yeah, see, moving away, like I say, they're moving confirmation. They're moving away from the past, slow and steady, just kind of working their way out of a situation. But it's, there's the apprehension, you see, taking a little bit of time, looking at the details, hoping this is successful. Tell me about the Three of Wands. Yeah, someone not budging, see? The Empress not budging. See, someone doesn't want to cooperate and compromise. Someone's being stubborn. So, like I say, if someone doesn't want to cooperate or compromise, the Empress does the exact same thing. I'm not sitting around waiting, you see, for someone who doesn't want to cooperate, and I'm not giving in. Someone here is not giving in to someone. So it's like both people have similar energies, both people going through similar situations. We have the Empress. Yeah, see, there's the opportunity. Someone wants to build. It's a beautiful opportunity. See, we have someone who's stubborn, stuck, refusing to budge, or cutting someone out because of that energy. Okay. Yeah. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. Yeah, see, he's guarded, defensive, being careful what to believe. This is why this is part of the Empress. This is a lesson that's being learned, to speak up, to question. Okay. It's like I say, this is really interesting the way this is coming out, but this is someone who's like puts their foot down, you know, maybe a little pushback here, but it's also an energy of someone who, you know, maybe there's been something that's been on and off here where somebody finally puts their foot down or refuses to budge and give in. It's also a person who's careful what they believe. The Empress is someone who stands up for themselves. So there's a lesson being learned there. Okay. I feel we got two people who've learned some lessons here. And it has to do with reciprocity, equal give and take. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands. Yeah, we got someone contemplating their life path, you see. Someone contemplating their life path. They're looking for clues and answers. A little Virgo energy. Nice. This looks like you got a Virgo up here, or this Empress could be the Virgo. Okay, either or. It's a person looking for clues on their life path. It's a person who's kind of been on their own path, doing their own thing. But I do see there's some reminiscing. That's why I see some of you, it could be a reconciliation. Okay, could have something, maybe you've got children together. It could be a couple that have been married. But what I'm seeing for most of you is someone is doing a lot of reminiscing. It's a person who's longing for love. They've been definitely procrastinating and dragging their feet. There is the apprehension, and that apprehension has a lot to do with some kind of sudden change. Yeah. This is somebody here I feel is going to reach out. They're not sure if you'll reciprocate, if you'll feel the same. I definitely see the Empress not budging and not moving. I see that the Hermit looking at that energy. See, stubborn, stuck, selfish. Sometimes you get an Emperor who wants everything their way or the highway. You see, this person's contemplating all this and the lessons that have been learned. Like I say, somebody view it's them ending something, one of their options or all of their options. It almost looks like two people ending all their options here. But yet we have an Empress who's keeping their options open and not giving in. But because somebody's been stubborn, stuck, selfish, you see. Tell me about the Hermit. What's this person looking for? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. I knew that was going to come out. I could feel it, the way the energy was building. So you could be the King of Pentacles, you could be the Queen of Pentacles. But this is two people who focus a lot on their money, their finances. Okay, it has to do with two people at a crossroads in their life. And it could be, like I say, taking something to the next level, having children. Okay, committing. But this is an Emperor who I feel now feels financially ready. They definitely want to build. So it looks like the rebuilding of a tower. It looks like the possibility of a reconciliation. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Looking at that, you know, it's an energy also, like I say, things moving too fast. It could be something that happens very suddenly. So it has to do with not being ruled by your emotions, see, being grounded and sensible. So if you have a choice to make, just ground yourself. That goes for either or. Just ground yourself. Looking at the things you have in common. It's about going down the path and cooperating. Someone's reminiscing about this, cooperating, compromising, the things you have in common. It's also an energy of acknowledging the things you have in common and acknowledging the things that you don't. Okay, what you have in common, you both might be stubborn. Okay, but I can see this Queen of Swords connected to the Empress. This is the birth of something new. Okay, the Empress knows the Empress's worth and value. So there's something here to do with acknowledging. Maybe it was a lack of respect or a lack of reciprocity. Somebody wasn't giving. Okay, it's somebody who I feel maybe didn't have enough money. They may now. King and Queen of Pentacles. Oh yeah, so there's competition, conflict, chaos. So there's been some obstacles and challenges here, but this is a person who's looking at something that's worth fighting for, or what's worth fighting over. Because I feel there's two people who know each other here. But it has to do with somebody looking elsewhere, you see? No longer waiting. Somebody waited for someone to cooperate and compromise, but they didn't. So then the Empress then refuses to give in. And the Empress is protecting the Empress here. Okay, something to do with protecting maybe children, all kinds of things here. But yeah, so I feel we have this Five of Wands. There may be competition, conflict, obstacles, some challenges to overcome. But when two people work together, they can overcome anything. All it takes is the willingness, but that pentacle needs to go. This pentacle needs to go, you see? Then you got the cooperation and compromise. But I don't know. I feel the Empress is in protective mode because of this waiting. Yeah. Maybe too little, too late. Tell me about the Five of Wands. Yeah, see, this is someone here. Definitely an energy of someone very curious, very logical. So this is someone shining a light. This is the someone in hermit mode shining a light on that stuck and stubborn energy, the obstacles, the challenges, someone standing up for themselves, okay, or somebody was pushing somebody away. It's either or, okay? Yeah. The Empress is careful what they believe, but I feel this person's curious. They're shining a light on this pushing away, this guarded, defensive energy. So they're shining a light, very curious. Someone may have kept something to themselves. They're looking at it. Yeah, see, there it is. Temperance. Someone tempering their passions. Some strong Sag energy here. This is someone tempering their passions. Okay, so I feel this is someone kind of pulling back, seeing things differently. This is both people experiencing something different, seeing it different. But it's also an energy of someone who's learning to be patient. Somebody here kind of wanted things their way or the highway. So what we have, like I say, it's an energy of two people kind of button heads here. And but I feel this Temperance is a person who's pulling back and seeing things different. Okay? After a period of time, because they've learned some lessons. I feel they're moving away from someone here. But I feel with that Queen of Wands and that Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles is all about the Empress. So let's just see how many kings show up. So far, the King of Pentacles, someone financially stable. Okay. Someone who likes to plan for the future. They like to look ahead and make sure they're financially stable. It's an energy of a lot of financial growth. So there's a lot of reminiscing. Someone may be missing somebody. Okay. Be someone who wants children, you know, different levels in relationships here as well. Now, tell me more about Temperance. There we go. Yeah, it has to do with choosing the one. See, someone is now looking at this. It could be someone who chose the wrong person or the wrong path. It's a person who wants to build. It's rebuilding a tower. You see, this is someone who's been working on themselves, focused a lot on work. There's that beautiful Wheel of Fortune. See, this is an energy of a cycle ending. This is someone who is hoping things go in their favor. You see, they're becoming decisive. This is someone who's rushed into things before. Okay, and that could even come from the Empress rushing into something. So I feel like it's telling you not to rush into anything, but to take the time to look at it. Now, it has to do with choosing the one. I see a lot of passion, a lot of growth. Okay, maybe a physical attraction, but with that Temperance there, it's someone tempering their passion. So it's watching the temper. Someone may have a temper. Okay, so we have an Empress who's in protective mode, but someone's tempering that. Okay, see, you may be both seeing things differently. You know, like I say, this could be an Empress where someone's different than their usual type. See, this person could be different than your usual type, or they see you that way. But there's a physical attraction. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, we got someone in their feelings. This is definitely someone emotionally mature, available. Some of you have a choice between two. You've got a King or Queen of Pentacles, looks like King of Pentacles, King of Cups for the person with a choice. But it has to do with two people letting go of all their options. There's the energy of someone fantasizing here. They're looking at all the possibilities. Both people. I feel the Empress is no longer talking. I feel there's a bit of a too little too late. Yeah, too little too late. See, this is two people at one point I feel were reciprocating, but someone's making a choice. I feel like you've got this King of Pentacles. There's definitely a few scenarios here because I can see a reconciliation that others of you, it's just two people talking, reciprocating, seeing eye to eye. Okay, an energy of two people leaving something behind. Now, there's lessons being learned, been there, done that. Like I say, this is where it's connected, rushing into something before you're financially ready. So there's something to do with that, being financially and emotionally mature, ready. So this is a person who has everything, I feel. Okay, they want to build. It looks like the rebuilding of a tower, definitely for some of you. Now, this could be two people who went their separate ways. But you see, you've got an Emperor who's at a crossroads in their life. They're looking at their life, the path they've taken, the choices they made. You see? So this is someone definitely with that Six of Cups energy, reminiscing, missing somebody. Tell me about this King of Cups. Yeah, somebody who's very cautious. They have a tendency to kind of keep a lot of their feelings to themselves till they burst. Now, this could be someone who chose somebody else and two people went their separate ways. It looks like it was pretty heavy with the Tower. It almost looks like as though it's sort of like this energy of it ended suddenly. It was a shock. Someone just kind of moved on. And now they're reminiscing about the things two people have in common because they're looking at this other person, this energy where they don't have anything in common. This is someone who's thinking about their hopes and dreams, but it's an energy of releasing things that no longer serve. It's still connected to the Empress, though. I gotta tell you, we have two people with Aries, Leo, Sag, possibly energy here. Yeah, looking at the energies you have in common, looking at the things you have in common. It's about cooperating. It's about two people who build each other up, okay, not tear each other down. It's a soulmate. Now, this could be a friendship, too, where someone's, like I say, making a choice to move on. It could be a friend coming in here, too, looking at you differently, feeling different about you, wanting to connect. So if you do have a choice, saying to play it safe, be cautious, be careful what you wish for. Okay, you may actually get what you want, but it's telling you to, if something doesn't feel right, if you don't feel safe, or, to kind of be in that protective mode. I don't see you giving in with someone who keeps you waiting. Okay, or you're just kind of, like I say, the Empress only waits so long. Ace of Wands. Yeah, see someone a little apprehensive. I feel some of you got a choice here. Some kind of decision, multiple opportunities coming in out of the blue. One of them looks like a reconciliation energy, but it is, and then the other one looks like they both could have Earth in their chart, but one of them definitely is more emotional. If you have somebody here, like I say, watch the story someone tells you. So someone is going to tell you a story. Now, it could be an apology for being stubborn, stuck, selfish, whatever. But it also could be someone excuse me, telling you a story. Be careful what you wish for here, Capricorn. Play it safe. Someone offering one little cup, nothing more. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. Taming the beast. That's the Empress teaching someone how you want to be treated. But this is someone who needs to tame the beast within themselves. I feel this is someone who may have a temper, may have had a temper. Could be two people with a temper, but the thing is somebody's refusing to budge and refusing to give in here. Tell me about the strength. Yeah, dating. Some of you got a person, you got a couple opportunities coming in. Okay. You got a person who's actually looking for love. Somebody who wants to date you and court you. And then you got somebody here who, I would be a little cautious. Be careful what you wish for with the page energy. And you're going to recognize that by someone who tells you a story. Okay. Now, like I say, it could be an apology or just somebody leveling up and growing up. Some of you, it's all one energy. I can see it. Others of you, you've got multiple opportunities. I don't think there's any reason to rush. I feel it's telling you to ground yourself and look at this. Okay? It's about protecting yourself, maybe everything you worked for. But I feel if you have a person you feel is telling you a story or telling you what you want to hear, okay, that's what you need to look at. So it looks like some kind of a choice. Some of you, it's definitely a choice between two. Others of you, it's like this person who's determined for something to be successful. They want this to go in their favor, so they're coming in courting energy. But we've got to, like I say, we've got this Emperor with this King of Cups energy and the King of Pentacles energy. They want to build, okay? Now, it takes two people to build. So if somebody doesn't give in or doesn't budge, see, this is where the foundation's built on shaky ground to begin with. It's like it's something starts that way. Yeah, there's definitely choices for some of you. This is someone who's definitely emotionally mature and available. You can see they've leveled up. They've matured. But that's how, you know, like I say, but there's still that choice. So if someone's life path, they're contemplating their life path. What makes them happy, what fulfills them emotionally. But they're looking at this right here, this Four of Pentacles. That's what I'm concerned about. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, something new. So some of you have a choice for someone new. You may have somebody coming in with a whole new energy. It has to do with happiness, okay? Things becoming very clear. So someone's shining a light. They're becoming clear. I think you got a person who realizes that they were stubborn and selfish, stuck. Maybe they had a temper, okay? Or two people with that energy. But that temperance energy tells me it's a need for patience. It's a need for balance. It's an energy of pulling back, looking at things different. Some of you may have a friend. Like I say, it almost looks like some of you have a friend who wants to take things to the next level. I would just play it safe. I would be cautious. Now, I know the King of Cups is also someone who's a little cautious how much they share about their feelings right off the beginning, okay? Because of the apprehension. So I definitely feel both people have that King of Pentacles energy. Yeah, because it just flows right down here. Tell me about this King of Cups. What is this person's intentions towards Capricorn? Yeah, partner up. They want to partner up. Stable, reliable. They see this as someone who's a partner. So someone's seeing things differently after a period of time because they've been shining a light on their path in life. You know, the path that they've taken. They're at a crossroads. They're at this time of their life. Like, I don't know if something started and it didn't go well. It definitely was built on a shaky foundation. So it could be someone just coming back around. So that Wheel of Fortune, something new, very positive, very happy. But it's a person who's becoming clear. Now, what I also see is the energy of a person who's in the Page and then the Knight energy. You see, that's leveling up. But I would be a little cautious. This is sometimes a person who can change their mind. They rush in and then they back out. So make sure everything's out in the open. Don't be afraid. If this is a lesson you needed to learn, to stand up, to speak up. Okay, but temper your words. Watch your words. Yeah, watch your words. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. It almost looks like most of you, it's all the same person. Others of you, if you have a choice. But there's definitely that hint of reconciliation. Or it's just a person who's apprehensive about a decision they're about to make. And they're curious about something here. They want to know something. But I would be careful when you get that page and that the pages and lining up like this. It's like maybe this person feels like you're still angry. Okay, maybe it's someone who pushed you away, or you're not going to believe them. They see this not believing energy, that you won't believe them, and you may not. But like I say, watch your words, because we know the Empress is kind and compassionate. The Empress watches their words, okay? Because all that does is create more chaos and conflict. Now, this person's looking at that energy, you see. They're looking at the chaos, the conflict, looking to see if there's competition, okay? But it's about two people working together to overcome this. Person seeing things differently, but I don't know, you may be feeling a little different than they do. It could be an energy of friend zoning, but some of you definitely have a friend who wants to take things to the next level. They're starting to see you differently than they did before. Others of you, it's a reconciliation, or you have multiple opportunities here, but there's something new, okay? And it's the Wheel of Fortune, so it's a whole new cycle. You see, there's a lot of happiness. But with that page and that knight, it's just a person who often rushes in before they think things through. Now I'm hoping, because it sure looks like somebody who's learning that lesson, to not rush in before they're ready. Okay, it's a person who needs to be financially stable. That is what I feel's happened. That's where the change is, to the finances. Now let's have a look at this King of Pentacles. You got the Emperor. It's almost like two Emperor energies, to be honest. Like some of you, it's definitely two people. You got the good Emperor, and then the other Emperor is more focused on their money. We'll see. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Yeah, so someone thinking about seeing the bigger picture, planning for the future, emotional fulfillment, what makes them happy. So it's an energy of someone putting themselves out there, putting all the cups on the table. Happy home, happy life. You know, it has to do with marriage, commitment, doing things right. See? Somebody didn't do something right. Maybe they are looking at this. Yeah, see, it's connected. They rushed in. This is someone who rushed in and then backed out. They didn't think things through. They moved too quickly. So they've learned some lessons. So like I say, some of you, it's coming up as all the same person. And others of you, there's definitely choices, multiple opportunities. I would just be calm. It's saying just temper your thoughts, temper your emotions. Don't be ruled by your emotions. Don't let things get out of control. Okay, it looks like you're taking your power back. As I actually feel like you are in that energy already of taking your power back, or you're just kind of you're definitely focused on your finances. Absolutely. And I feel this person is. You have something in common. But it's the acknowledging. That's what this person is looking at. They're acknowledging something. Tell me about this Page of Cups. Yeah. I was just, I just got that feeling. It has to do with someone taking responsibility. Now, sometimes this is a person who doesn't always take responsibility for their actions, the chaos, the problems, the situations. Okay? But it has to do with being accountable. Now, the burden's lifting. Okay? So this has to do with someone being a partner, someone they can count on and rely on. Maybe you couldn't rely on this person. Okay? Maybe they weren't pulling their weight. So it could have been someone you were married to. But I still feel like you have this other options. It looks like you have a choice here. So I feel it's an energy of just releasing things that no longer serve. Baggage from a past relationship, releasing the baggage. Okay? Two people talking. So, yeah, looks like a decision. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to dig out as much as I can. Two people are definitely going to be letting go of options, but it's also an energy of procrastinating. So you have that in common. Some people procrastinate worse than others. Okay. So I'm just the messenger. I can see it here for two people. That Seven of Pentacles. It's time to make a choice. It could be two people who, like I say, two people who went their separate ways and kept their options open. But what's changing is letting go of options and making a decision, making some kind of choice on a whole new path. Tell me about the sun. Yeah, see, manifesting. You mirror each other a little bit here. There's definitely a lot of lessons being learned, but it's also learning to know when to move away to avoid a disaster, you see. I feel there's been some time in between. Someone who may have moved on, relocated, could be coming back around. Could be just someone who's a friend and now they want to take things to the next level because they're more stable. But it's not always a level. It's just often that Two of Wands is just a life path. Someone at a crossroads or at that time in their life, you see, where they're thinking about starting something. But it has to do with everything being clear, everything out in the open. It's about building the foundation on solid ground. Now, if you have someone who comes in and they don't actually apologize, or it's they kind of try to blame it on you, vice versa. This energy is about both people taking responsibility for their own actions, you see. Now, it could be this person feels responsible, okay, but it's wanting you to look at that. And then we have the Magician. Yeah, see, it's about being patient. See, this is someone learning to be patient. They're manifesting. This is someone who has everything they need but love. But you need to look at, if you're the Empress, you need to look at, do they have everything you need and that you want? Is this worth investing in? Is this worth something worth fighting for? Or it's also an energy of looking at what's worth fighting over. Okay, to overcome the obstacles, because sometimes things need to be left behind and they need to stay there. Okay, but I do feel there's things that need to be acknowledged for those of you where it's a reconciliation. Others of you, I can definitely see a cycle ending and something new coming in. Okay, so yeah, definitely choices here on your life path. It's about investing, waiting patiently. It has to do with the timing, something to do with the timing of something. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. See, investing in a solid foundation, happy home, happy life, starting something new. There's a reason to celebrate. It's worth investing in. That's the thing. But it's about two people being patient. Two people sharing their innermost selves, their fears, okay, talking it, acknowledging how each other feels, each other's experiences, because everyone feels things differently, and then putting it to rest. It's something that can't be brought up again over and over. Okay, that's part of that. So some of you, it's just like I say, you're not budging and giving in because somebody here wasn't reliable, stable. They never were accountable. So there's some kind of indecision. See, we have the Page of Swords. We have a person who failed to see. Okay. But we also have the Queen of Swords here having a hard time seeing. But it's an energy of taking off the rose-colored glasses. It's also an energy of taking off the blindfold, seeing. It's about two people seeing themselves, their own actions, and taking responsibility. But if somebody doesn't want to take responsibility, right, there it is, back and forth, should I or shouldn't I? Somebody may have been juggling. There may have been something going on here. I feel that I don't see the Three of Swords. I feel like whatever's happened, there's definitely the cycle's over. So there's this energy of weighing the pros and the cons. A little bit of a struggle. If someone doesn't want to take responsibility, you'll know exactly what to do. That's the thing, being accountable for their actions. But it takes two. Okay? Yeah, someone definitely has some regrets and remorse. Yeah, definitely. But it's also an energy of someone who kind of feels like there's no hope. So like I say, if you feel that way, take your time. Don't rush. Anybody who's serious will take their time. Anybody who's serious about commitment, marriage, or reconciling is going to own up. Okay. Looks like somebody has some regrets here. But again, there's always two sides because we've got two people. The other person may feel like there's no hope. So that's the protective mode, not budging, because somebody was stubborn or selfish or refused to budge. So it's, this Emperor and Empress energy. This is two people, the power struggle here. And then we have a single person. See, someone enjoying the fruits of their labors. Someone here single. Some of you too, like you're trying to decide if you just want to stay single. But, this is an energy of someone who's, looking to see if you've started something new, looking to see if you're single before they approach you. That's what I feel is the King of Cups energy. You see? Let's have a look at the Nine of Pentacles. Trust your intuition. Okay, so there it is. This is your inner wisdom, like you already know everything you need to know. Okay, yeah. Some of you just want to be single, but you want to make sure that there's someone who doesn't come in. They want their cake and eat it too. They just want to be single. So really watch for the story they tell you, and also watch for the story you tell yourself in your head. Don't make excuses for this person. Okay, no excuses here. For anybody. So, a lot of times it takes two people to tear down a relationship, and it takes two people to rebuild. But those of you who have a choice, I feel you're going to just trust your intuition. I feel like your inner knowing, okay, where you just know you need to protect yourself or hold on or not budge. But like I say, I feel like some of this stubborn, stuck energy is also this person looking at it, okay? So yeah, it's good. Whatever choice you make, there's a cycle is ending, a whole new cycle is beginning. Okay, because I see this energy of looking back, not wanting to give up. So some of you have just about given up here. You've been single a long time. You may be thinking, well, you're at that time in your life where it's time to make choices. You're either going to be single, you're going to be focused on your own money, very independent energy, or you're, going to reconcile with someone or just wait for someone new. I definitely can see somebody possibly new. Okay. But I got to be honest, not for everybody. Some of you, it definitely is a strong possibility of somebody who wants to reconcile, likely someone you haven't seen or heard from for a while. They've definitely gone through a lot of growth. There's a lot of abundance. This is someone ready for change, but you may have already moved on. This is the thing. And that's what this person's looking at. Okay. There's abundance. There's change. There's money, I feel, prosperity, things like that. So, yeah, but it's whether you want to invest in it. You see, whether it's worth investing it or worth fighting over, or, just keep on staying on the course that you're on, waiting for something new, which is very likely for some of you. Some of you, that is your story. This is what you've left behind, you see. So the reminder, a lot of times when you're just about ready to move on, you've given up, you see, then all of a sudden this new person comes in. So really powerful energy for you, Capricorn. Take care. Take your time. No rush. Like I said, anybody who's sincere will take their time. Okay? They'll definitely take their time. And they will be accountable, and they will take responsibility for their actions. Okay? See you soon.